Greetings nerdy list aficionados, we're going to be taking a look at the DC film universe, formerly known as the DCEU. The DC Extended Universe is no more. Now it's the worlds of DC, and that leaves much more room to play with. So we're going to try and find out just what exactly is going on with this filmverse. It looks like things are shifting again at the time of this recording, but just like back in 2011 when the New 52 launched, it's all a bit confusing. Some things are rebooting, some are staying the same. Can they make it all work and make sense? We shall see. For most, they are now looking forward, focusing on what they hope to see in the future. So these are the top 10 World of DC rumors that people wish were true. Hey, maybe some of it will turn out to be true. You never know. I'm Sasha, and let's get started. Number 10. Gotham City Sirens could still be happening. Now, 2016 Suicide Squad was not exactly met with widespread audience or critical acclaim. However, one thing most people seemed to agree on was that they liked Margot Robbie's rendition of Harley Quinn. And rumors and some pre-production rumblings began to swirl around the idea of creating a Gotham City Sirens film based off of the well-received comic book series of the same name, which has run from 2009 to 2011. But it just hasn't managed to come to fruition. However, with Birds of Prey going forward, with set photos already leaking and being officially shared, some had their hopes raised. Maybe they would finally get to see that Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, and Catwoman film. However, it appears that Robbie isn't signed on for any more DC Universe projects post Birds of Prey, and she's not slated to be in James Gunn's Suicide Squad sequel. So if that's the case, how would this project go forward? Well, perhaps with an all-new cast. It could be an Elseworld story. Maybe. I mean, this is the worlds of DC. What do you think? Are you holding out hope? Number 9. A Nightwing movie. People have been asking for this for a long time, and they keep getting teased. There was the whole John Blake thing in 2012's The Dark Knight Rises, where he was all, oh, my name is Robin and I'm a cop and I found the Batcave, but then nothing happened with that. Recently there were fan casts and casting call rumors, and the Titans TV series is gracing the world with its first live-action Robin since 1997. So people are primed. They think it's time for Nightwing to grace the big screen. You know how thirsty people in DC fandom are for Nightwing. Even if this happens, people will want at least 10 sequels. The rumor mill has this one slated for a potential late 2020 release date, and they say it could be directed by Chris McKay, who directed Lego Batman. Number 8. Green Lantern Corps, a space epic. So we all remember that Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern film, right? Back in 2011? The now oft-mocked and just put out of mind for many people film? Well, since then, for most people, it's just been a given that a reboot was not only imminent, but necessary. And now with Worlds of DC, rumors are swirling that it may finally be time to try again. And not only that, but try again in a big way, by introducing multiple members of the Corps, or maybe even multiple Corps. Some say that the DCEU was setting this up from the beginning, and you do see the Corps in 2018's Justice League, however briefly. However, with the DCEU over, what does that mean for the Corps? Well, some hope that the success of Aquaman means that another bold project can take center stage. There's not much about this one, but that Jeff Johns is at the helm, and that's enough for some. Number 7. No more Hot Topic Joker. So Jared Leto's portrayal of the Joker was polarizing to say the least, and aired on the side of people not liking it. Initially there was meant to be a Mad Love style spin-off film between him and Harley, which would have caused quite the ruckus, and for that reason alone I'm sad it got shelved. There was also supposed to be a solo Leto Joker outing, but that has been shelved too. And as of the time of this recording, it looks like Leto's time as the Joker may indeed have come to a close. Indeed, depending upon when this goes up, it may even have been confirmed. So, no more gangster Joker. For those who dislike this portrayal, of course this is a cause for celebration. But for those who did enjoy it, there's just been so much confusion with the former DCEU, so no shelving or change in direction can really come as that much of a surprise. For many, the best rumors are those that turn out to be true. Number 6. Black Adam. Finally. So that Dwayne Johnson Black Adam film, yes, it's still happening. Rumors are production will start this year at the time of this recording in 2019. Now there are some who feel that all of this will hinge on the success of DC's Shazam, formerly known as Captain Marvel. Yeah, he lost that lawsuit. There's a decent amount of enthusiasm for that film, and most fans still seem to feel that Johnson is the perfect Black Adam. So according to rumors, everything is progressing nicely. The Rock is still interested and is even excited about the new direction of the DC universe, stating, "There's reconfiguration going on. There's looking at the macro map of the DC universe, and I know those guys are working diligently at DC and Warner Bros. Too, working closely with our producers too, to see how Black Adam unfolds in the universe. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited about it. It's just coming along and being written. Sometimes these are just the rumors people want. Smooth sailing." Number 5. Batgirl solo movie. Okay, so this one is tied to the upcoming Birds of Prey movie. With all of that moving forward, people believe that that film could serve as a springboard or setup for a Batgirl solo film. Batgirl is of course an important part of the Birds of Prey mythos, and some would love to see her get her own solo film. This is pure rumor city. City, but it has a good logic flow, which is most likely why this one could gain some traction. Some say this has been debunked, but when has that ever stopped anyone? Besides, what they said was that it wouldn't be a crossover with Batgirl. A setup isn't a crossover. Semantics? Clever wordplay? You decide. What do you think? Would you want a Batgirl movie? Number 4. Booster Gold cameo in Blue Beetle movie. In November of 2018, it was reported that DC was working on some kind of Blue Beetle movie, and now the rumor mill is in overdrive saying it could feature Booster Gold. Booster Gold has made his comeback in a big way in comics at the time of this recording, and historically his friendship forged with Ted Kore's Blue Beetle, which happened during their time together in the Justice League International, was remembered fondly. They were even widely shipped. It was called Boostle. Rumors have indicated that this film will center around the third Blue Beetle, Jaime Reyes, but that wouldn't stop people from being excited if Booster showed up. Maybe the world could even be graced with a more mature Booster, and not have him starting off at his base point of greedy and self-centered. Of course it's early days, so hey, it may not happen at all, but fans can dream. Number 3. Suicide Squad 2 will be entirely recast. Oh, poorly maligned Suicide Squad. It wasn't perfect, but yeesh. It has been announced that Suicide Squad 2 will be a soft reboot, and that while initially it was thought that the first film's cast would be reused, it is now looking like that might not be the case. So why do people want this to happen? Well, many just want the first Suicide Squad film stricken from the record, just put out of people's minds. And for some, they think that the perfect way to do that would be with an all-new cast. Though people are sad that Harley won't be in it. Number 2. New Gods will focus on Mr. Miracle and Big Barda. Mr. Miracle has just come off a great comics run at the time of this recording. Of course, mileage varies. And so some feel that him and his wife Big Barda would be the perfect focus for Ava DuVernay's New Gods film. Jack Kirby's New Gods are beloved by many fans, but also completely unknown to others. So many have been curious as to just how this film will take shape. The idea that it would focus on this well-liked couple was a refreshing one to fans, and seemed like it could be an easy jumping on point. Now, this was reported by We Got This Covered, so you can decide how much credence you want to give it. But for some, this rumored action-packed romantic slant to this picture is one they could definitely get behind. Number 1. Worlds of DC will fix everything. If you take the summation of all the rumors together, the gist of what is being said is that the end of the DCEU era will usher in a golden age for DC. That finally DC heroes will have the filmverse they deserve. One can dream. Contrary to popular belief, the MCU isn't perfect, and not everything about the DCEU is terrible. A lot of it was context and comparing and contrasting. Yes, it did make a lot of missteps, and hopefully Worlds of DC can tie some things together. It all depends on whether they're going for one shared universe or just full-on embracing the multiverse. I just want good movies, shared universe or solo. What would make the Worlds of DC just absolutely the best in your eyes? Share what you would want to happen down below, and while you're down there, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to check out more of our lists because, well, we've got plenty. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon here on Top 10 Nerd. Bye bye.